And we're back with another episode of the old R.A.T.cast.
Rat pod, rat thing, R.A.T.cast. It's that time of the week. Not the time of the month, but it's our time to speak again into this nice Amazon bought microphone.
This time we're all set. Everything's been prepared. My dogs are insulin. No interruptions.
Yeah, we've got it all perfectly set up. I kind of just blanked out before we started talking, but I'm going to try my very best to remember even one thing I wanted to talk about.
I've got something I wanted to talk about.
All right, let's hear it.
And it's how I almost became the lamest fucking version of Spider-Man in existence.
Okay.
So I was like, Tuesday was back in by day at the gym.
Yep.
And like Wednesday, my arm they were a little stiff, so I was giving them a rub, and like inside of my arm, I felt there was like a little bump in there.
Yep.
And I was just like rubbing it, and then I like looked down and I like start pinching it, and like white, like it looked like 3D printer filament that was white was just like coming out of my arm. And I was like, oh fuck, I've got like elbow Spider-Man.
That's so gross.
Yeah, and I googled it, and apparently it's a pretty common thing, but it usually happens in your people's faces.
Oh fuck, that's so gross. There we go. Loki was trying to get up here.
Yeah, it was weird. I when it first started happening, I was like freaking the fuck out. I was like, what's going on with my arm?
That's I can't even fucking imagine, like
and then like a few seconds later, it's like, I blame Spider-Man.
I blame Spider-Man.
And then I googled it, and it's like, oh, I'm just got a little skin problem.
Oh, I mean, I'm glad that it wasn't something like really fucking weird, but the fucking 3D printer fluid. That's.
It didn't smell great either.
No, I can imagine not.
Yeah,
like
it smelled like dirty belly button.
Gotta love the dirty belly button. That sounds like something illegal. The dirty belly button.
My girlfriend gave me a dirty belly button last night.
Your girlfriend is a slut.
Hey, we don't slut shame on this podcast.
We don't slut shame on the R.A.T.cast. We just shame people that are different from us because we don't understand them. We are going for a real old-timey aesthetic, so we got to fit the prerogative.
You really love your pierogies.
I love my prerogatives, my bizarre. Saying bizarre is a new thing that I really like to say, and my schmoovs. But the schmoovs thing, I didn't.
Schmoovs is a classic.
It's a classic. I didn't come up with it.
Schmoovin'.
Schmoovin', groovin', and rootin' tootin'.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Boy.
Oh.
Shoot. The new flags.
Yeah, the two new additions to our room that we're using in here.
To our studio.
Our studio.
It's official.
Yes, it's a studio. My bad.
It's not my bedroom.
Recently, we got 2 new things to hang up in the studio, just for the aesthetic, just to make the room pop a little bit. 2 flags we hung up. One of which is a good quote from the man himself, Abraham Lincoln. It says, "Tits cannot make up for a lack of ass, but ass can make up for a lack of tits." And that's exactly.
That's the Gettysburg Address.
That is the Gettysburg Address. That was what changed history in America forever.
Yeah.
And the nation became one after a little bit more fighting.
It didn't take that long.
Once we were all on the same page, we were all together again.
Dude, Abe Lincoln is like the American version of the Avatar.
Oh yeah, dude. Oh, are we talking like the Airbender Avatar or like the blue alien people that fuck with their hair?
Not the hair fuckers.
Okay, not the hair fuckers.
No.
You think?
James Cameron?
Fuck you, James Cameron. We're going after a different James now. We are done with James Charles.
But James Charles isn't done with those kids.
Yeah. It seems like every fucking week I want to try to, like, not talk about him. But he keeps getting fucking caught up and doing stupid stuff again. He keeps getting caught. Like, it's hard not to bring him up because, like, I don't know. He just keeps on fucking up.
Oh, we didn't even bring up the other flag.
Yeah, we haven't even brought up the This is like, I don't even, words can't even describe how perfect it is.
Thing in my room now. Our studio.
Yes, the studio. The studio. It's a nice 3x5 flag of O.J. Simpson in his famous pursuit with his Ford Bronco, with the tagline on the side, "The juice is loose." And it really, this is humanity's magnum opus. Like, nothing will ever top this.
This is art.
That is true art. And I will say that I have never spent $11 on anything better than that.
Yeah. It really brings the entire studio together.
Yeah, like, it really feels like it adds a level of professionalism in here that just helps us focus so much more. I think we're going to be able to write it off in our taxes next year.
Yeah. Dude, we're going to be able to write off the alcohol on our taxes.
Yeah, we'll be able to...
The McDonald's.
The McDonald's.
The juice is loose.
Oh, my God. Oh, is that how it is just being rich? Like, you go out, you do shit, and then you go, oh, yeah, I can just write that off. Fuck it.
Fucking eat the rich.
Eat the rich.
Give me money.
Give me money.
Actually, you know, I'm taking Sugar Mama applications. Put those in the comments.
Yeah. Please comment down below Sugar Mama applications. The only prerequisite is that you have money and that you're willing to spend it on us.
Yeah. We're also taking applications for a new D&D party member.
Yeah, we need a bigger group. Like, we have a friend that...
We just need friends that won't flake on us.
Yeah. We desperately need more people to be in the D&D group because D&D is so much fun, but it really is not fun with a very small group. I mean, it's still fun. It's just not... It's not the same when you don't have, like, a full party.
Yeah, or, like, someone doesn't show up or something.
Yeah.
So, put your D&D party member applications in the comment section below.
Also, if you're feeling like it too, you could also put, like, your full name, your address, your mother's maiden name, your social security number, and the name of your first pet.
Our legal team has just contacted me and would like me to inform you what Tyler just said was indeed a joke.
It was a joke. We are confirming that was a joke.
Yes. Alright, the lawyers are gone now.
The lawyers are gone. Fuck the lawyers.
We can't hire lawyers. We don't have that kind of money.
Listen, if I hired a lawyer for anything, I think that no matter what happens, I would still be at, like, such a loss for the money that, I don't know, they're expensive.
Yeah, I really could only see myself getting a lawyer if it was, like, an extreme matter.
Yeah.
Because you'll be paying those legal fees for years, homie, unless you win, like, a settlement.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and, like, what do you think happens for those lawyers that, like, join up? They join up for free because they're so into the cause, and they're like, all right, this family's going to get this huge settlement for something fucked up that happened to them. It's going to feel real good on the conscience. And then, like, your client just kind of halfway through develops a separate idea where they're like, I don't want the settlement anymore for, like, my son you ran over. I just want, like, $1 and I want you to apologize. How do you think the lawyers feel after fighting and, like, putting in hours of work just for that to happen?
It depends, because, like, some people might be like, as long as their conscience is clear, I'm good.
Yeah.
The real heroic motherfuckers. But then the other ones might be like, damn, that's kind of wasted my time immensely.
Yeah. And I guess it does depend on the case, because, like, fucking, I saw a thing that was what was it? It was one of those, like, Am I the Asshole?
Mm-hmm.
And this guy got his bike stolen when he was at a coffee shop.
Mm-hmm.
And then online, on, like, Facebook Marketplace, he found a bike that looked like his bike that he said they must have taken the saddlebags and the stickers off of, which immediately was a red flag to me. But, like, he goes, found my bike, I met up with the person who was supposed to sell it, but it was actually his mother, and I played dumb for a little bit until I said, so, your son stole my bike. And then it kind of went downhill from there, and the guy is suing the kid for grand larceny. Which you can get up to 2 years in prison for. And this kid is 15 years old. He probably won't get prison time, but he, more likely than not, he'll probably be put in a juvenile detention center and have to pay money. And also, the dad and the mom were both like, yo, our kid says that he didn't steal your bike. And the guy was like, nope, fuck you, I don't want to hear it. And eventually, the dad had called him and was like, hey man, kids make mistakes. Can you please let my son off with something? Like, I'll pay you for the bike. I'll give you a new bike or whatever. The guy was like, no. And then of course, the dad started getting pissed off. And then he got charged with threatening a witness. So the dad's got jail time.
Oh, Christ.
And then the mother called from a blocked number because all their numbers, were blocked up. And so the mom was like, please, my son, like, with my son and my husband in jail, I won't have any money for my kids, and I won't be able to live for like a year. And the guy was like, if you call this number again, I'm going to have you arrested too. But everybody was like, yeah, you're not the asshole. You reported a crime, and then the law took it.
But was it ever confirmed that it was his fucking bike?
I don't think so. I don't think it was ever 100% confirmed, because, like, he said that it was his bike, and he knew that they just had to take the saddlebags and stickers off. But, like, I'm like, you're grand larceny for a bike that you're not even 100% confident is your bike?
Like, it's pretty easy to tell if somebody was peeling stickers off of something. You ever try to take a sticker off of something, homie?
Yeah, like the paint would be all fucked up on the bike, and then
also, where did they put his fucking saddlebags? Search the house, homie.
Yeah, just search the house for the saddle. And if it was like, if the saddlebags on the bike were such a noticeable thing, they would have just sold the fucking bike with it. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I don't... And it's more bothersome that the parents and the kid were both like, it wasn't your bike. I don't know. I feel like with the fact that everybody was just so like, yeah, you're not an asshole. You just reported a crime. But I was like, we don't even know if it is, because if a separate train of thought that I had was, if it is his bike and the parents were helping to sell it, if there's only one person in your family that has a job and you need to rely on stealing people's bikes and selling them, not just you doing it, but your fucking son doing it for money, then obviously you're not in a great living situation.
And not worth a lawsuit.
No, not worth it, because what the fuck are they gonna do? They can't lawyer up.
Yeah, and even if you win, they don't have the money to pay you, homie.
No. And then my final thing was, like, even if they did steal the bike, or even if they didn't and the bike is just gone with somebody else, it's a fucking bicycle.
Yeah.
It's like, I get it, some bikes are really expensive, but it's a bicycle.
Yeah, unless he was riding his, like, bitchin' hooked up mountain bike to the coffee shop. It's just a bicycle.
Yeah, I don't fucking... Because he didn't mention anything about it being like, oh, this was my father's bicycle that has so much sentimental value that there is no trade-in type thing that I could get for a settlement. Or he just said it was his bike, and I was like, I don't know. That doesn't sit well with me. I don't...
No. It's kind of fucked up.
Yeah, especially because, like, you can buy back a bicycle. You, as a 15-year-old, you can't buy back 2 years of your life.
Even if you're not 15, but yeah, as a 15-year-old,
Yeah.
that's 2 fucking important years for you, homie.
Yeah, you're not even, like, because you're still not even legally an adult after that.
No.
Like, it's fucked up, man. I don't know why people be like that.
And bringing it back to James Charles, of fucking up kids' lives.
Fucking up kids' lives, dude. So you said earlier when we were, like, off the podcast, fucking, was it 7, like, actual adults? And
7 legal adults
Yeah.
and 10 minors have come forward with allegations.
Oh, fucking A, dude. This is...
It's not looking great for our homeboy James.
No, James, you might wanna come and hit it and quit it before you get sent to jail.
We won't even talk about it on the podcast.
As soon as he's in jail, it's like, yo, we fucked James Charles. TMZ's gonna show up on our fucking door.
They're gonna track us down somehow.
Yeah, dude, they are. TMZ. So TMZ was at the fucking hospital, I think it was like 3 hours before DMX died. I was like, how the fuck do they have so many people just like readily available for that shit all the time? I can't even imagine what that's got to be like.
Dude, probably the opposite happened for fucking Prince Philip.
Oh yeah.
Nobody knew about that till the fucking royal family gave the order.
Fuck, dude. He's 99, right?
Yeah, 99.
Man,
he lived a long life.
He did live a long life. There was like some article that people were spreading around that was like, the prince doesn't want anything to do with his 100th birthday party. And I was like, oh, that's some good timing, guys. Some great timing.
Dude, that's like one of like one of the few conspiracies I could somewhat get behind. Like the whole thing that happened to Princess Diana.
Oh, yep.
That's like one of the few where I can really feel like, I 100% see what you're saying when people talk about it.
Yeah. Well, you know how they found out how she had dandruff, right?
No.
They found her Head and Shoulders in the car.
I've heard that one before too. I forgot about it. Fucking Christ.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, fuck. Well, now that we have talked about dead royalty, fuck.
Let's talk about living royalty with the whole, what's it, Meghan Markle?
Oh, yeah,
Prince
yeah.
Harry?
Yes. Well, isn't he? He's not Prince anymore.
Not anymore. He
used to be.
Formerly Prince Harry.
Formerly.
And the whole Oprah interview and them like...
Oh, God.
His, like, not confirmed, but like, in my head it was his dad was the one who asked about the color of their baby.
Yeah, like, I don't know. I guess...
Because they said it wasn't the Queen or Prince Philip who asked about that.
No. So, I don't know. Personally, I guess power to me for not seeing race, but I didn't even know
That she was...
Yeah. I didn't even know. I just kind of like saw her. I was like, oh, that's a pretty lady. That's cool.
I didn't either. I only heard about it because that was like when they got married. Like that's another... It was brought up like massively back then too.
Yeah, it's... I don't know. I feel like of all the... I understand that, like, maybe... It still wouldn't have made it right, but maybe if this was like the 80s or the 70s and that happened, it wouldn't have made it right, but I would have understood why they'd be like that. But it's fucking like, it's 2021 now. When was it that it first started being big? A couple years ago?
Yeah, when they got married not that long ago.
Yeah, so it's like, it's kind of bizarre that they're still thinking like that with some people.
Yeah, well, it's the royal family. They're still marrying their cousins and shit.
Yeah, that stuff is... Not only has that been, like, debunked as a thought process, but, like, don't marry into the family. Like, that's just... It's not right. It's not right, like, morally speaking. It's also, like, fucks up the genes with incest stuff. So I don't know why people still get Like, why anybody could even think like that still? Because it does not keep things pure.
Well, also, like, I know my family. I wouldn't want to go near any of them, homie.
No.
No one I'm related to.
No, it's gross. It's, ugh. Ugh. Yeah, no, I really, like, it's just baffling thinking about how at one point in time, not even one point in time, for a long time, people were just like, yeah, we're rich, we rule the country, we're better than you, we fuck our sister.
Yeah, because we got that good blood, homie.
We got that good blood.
You got that poor blood.
Yeah. Our blood's so good that we get the fucking, what was it, the kid that Rasputin was supposed to save.
I don't remember his name.
But what's the blood condition he had where like if you get like a small scratch, you just bleed fucking for like an hour?
Is it like hemo something?
Yeah, because hemo is the prefix for blood.
Hematosis. I don't know.
I know. Hemochromatosis is the high blood iron.
I don't know. Anyways, kid was fucked up.
Yeah.
Rasputin was doctor, man.
That Rasputin was man who would save the day, and then they had what? It was like 7 different things in one night to try to fucking kill him.
Yeah. Poison, gunshots, and then finally kicking him in the river.
Yeah, and he still fucking got up. Like, he died after, but...
Yeah. That's the river is what killed him.
Yeah.
When I kicked him in there after they poisoned him and stabbed him and shot him.
Although I think there was something about him, like, he got out of the river, but the combination of the poison, the bleeding, and then the freezing cold just getting to him after he left the water.
Mm-hmm. Homie was a champ.
Yeah, like, I don't know. I feel like there's had to have been something that he did to really drive it home that he was, like, super...
Oh, I think he was just fucking all their wives.
Well, that was the thing, is he was fucking all these women, but, like, not to be that guy, but it's not like he was a handsome guy or anything. He was just a big dude. Yeah. So I really want to know what it was, because... Like, you can only... if you're going to go down to the level of maybe he had a big dick, like, you can only go so far with that.
It was like the whole sense of mystery about him.
Maybe it was. Like, he's just the pinnacle of the dark, brooding mystery man.
Yeah. And so, like, Rasputin was badass as fuck.
Mm.
But, like, he didn't get a name like the King of France. They called the King of France the Sun King.
The Sun King.
It was Louis the 14th or whatever. He was the fucking Sun King.
Yeah.
And, like, how do you get a badass name like that by being King of Baguette Land?
Fucking Baguette Land. Honestly, like, I do want to try to go to France. Because I remember very little French. But I could probably find my way around... one of the translator dictionaries fast enough to, have a decent time without a tour guide.
I was gonna say you could probably make it through like an elementary school.
Yeah, that won't look weird at all. Just this American guy going around to all the elementary schools asking for directions.
Listen, the person who made Cuties was from France, so they won't care.
That's true. I mean, I don't know. If you eat snails, what's the correlation between eating snails and wanting to fuck children?
I don't know. The closest I can think of is fucking when the snail trail.
Yeah, this like small slimy things just really do it for the French. That's fucked up. I think we should... I may have said that, but I think I'm going to veto that conversation. That's gross.
Don't watch Cuties.
Don't watch
Cuties. It's softcore child porn.
Yeah, like, what? Even... You can't even, like, forgive it for the fact that it wanted to have a positive message of, like, growing up. You don't
get that positive message unless you listen to the director talk about it.
Yeah. Yeah, because otherwise it's just these little girls in, like, a twerk competition, twerk group thing. It's like, you know what? You want to know what the equivalent was for us for that? was fucking Jump In, the fucking jump rope competition. And there was no pedophilia whatsoever with it. It was just these young girls and the one guy, Corbin Blue, was that his name?
Yeah. I'm lost with the names.
Oh man,
I forgot it existed until you brought it up.
They're doing a little like the jump rope competition, and then there's the drama between everybody behind the stage. Like, you don't have to have pedophile stuff in it. You can have that exact type movie where you got the competition, you got the team building, the fucking person that's the fish out of water. You can have all that.
The grumpy parents who don't get it.
Yeah, the grumpy parents that just don't get it. You can have all of that without it being creepy as fuck.
Yeah, you don't have to have the children like seduce a security guard to get in somewhere.
No, you don't. You don't have to have the kids pose up on a Netflix fucking movie icon of them all in these skimpy little outfits either.
Yeah. That's just not cool.
No. You can have like... I mean, they had like the opposite with that because they were doing jump rope. They wore like fucking baggy clothing so they could wear, like they can maneuver around better. That just makes more sense anyway for most things. Like if you want to maneuver around better, you just need to bag your clothing so it's not as restrictive.
Yeah. I just got hit with the sudden thing that I immediately want to. It's a jump back a little bit in the quite a bit in the conversation, but we were talking about Meghan Markle and like how you didn't even know like that she was a person of color.
Yeah.
Do you think she would get past our homie's racist stick?
Oh, that is interesting. I feel like, because that's the other thing is, because obviously like I didn't even. I don't know if... Because my eyes could just be fucking bad. Because one of my eyes is really bad, but...
No, you could, like, see her on the streets and think she's just a tan woman.
Yeah, you could just think that she's like, tan. She's not... She doesn't have all that dark skin. She's just, like... First glance is like, oh, just look at that pretty woman. And then someone's like, oh, look, she's married into royalty. And it's like, oh, cool. Like, I didn't think anything of it. Then they were talking about race. And I was like, oh, yeah, I can see that. But that's... Like... I had a coworker that... at an old job she was Puerto Rican, but she was darker skin than some of the black people that worked with me. Mm-hmm. And so somebody was like, yeah, we need it for her. I don't remember her name. It was the bigger black lady. And they were like, she's not black, she's Puerto Rican. It was like, okay, I'm sorry I didn't ask, but she has darker skin than like the other black people that work here. So I don't know. I wasn't trying to be offensive. And then I was kind of like listening on the conversation. I was like, yeah, I don't think he was trying to be offensive or anything. It was, he just kind of made an assumption because sometimes you don't know everything.
So, but do you think she would slip past the racist dick though?
Personally, I feel like it would, but that might just be like me seeing it through my lens, because like I just think that she looks pretty.
Yeah.
I don't see it as I don't see color, sir, Ralph.
It's not I don't have the racist dick.
No. We have an amigo with the racist dick. It just, I guess it's something you're born with. Like you can, because that's something else that maybe. I don't know if I ever clarified if the racist dick friend can still like objectively see the beauty, kind of like an art piece, and still not want a bone.
We're gonna have to have an in-depth conversation.
Oh yeah,
with him.
Most definitely. We will have to bring that up and get all of the facts set straight. We got to do the fact checker.
Yes, in a future episode, we'll have an in-depth discussion on racist dick.
Yes.
And the intrinsic qualities it has.
Or if we find out that the racist dick is something that person doesn't want to talk about, then we will just pretend this never happened.
Yeah. And you'll also pretend with us that it never happened.
Yeah, I'm looking right at you. Yeah, you.
Yeah, you, fine microphone logo.
Yeah, fine. Fee-fine?
I don't know, sponsor us, give us money.
Fine. Fee-fi-fo-fine? What's that? What's the whole thing for that? The fee, fi, fo, fum. Is that all it goes to?
I think so. I think then he says some actual words after that.
Oh. That's kind of whack. He had something going there. He should have fucking persevered.
Dude, he's gonna drop an EP.
Drop that fucking mixtape, man. You gotta do it. You gotta do it for the laddies. Is lad a gender neutral term?
It can be.
It can be, but not.
Because there is lad and lass, but it's kind of like dude and dudette. Nobody uses dudette.
Nobody
dude
uses
is gender
dudette.
neutral.
Only, I think, in personal experience, the only time I use dudette is if it's with a cool girl that I'm also trying to get with. Because then I say it and I instantly regret it. Because I'm like, oh, that was not natural. I should not have said that.
I've never used it ever.
Oh, I've said it a fair amount. Or, I wouldn't say fair.
Actually,
I've said it a few times.
If I'm purposely trying to play up the "you fellow kids" act, then I'll say dudette.
Dudette. Oh, speaking of kids and what you're supposed to do if you were in a position where somebody younger than you is flirting with you, we had a teacher that I have looked back on my previous experiences with that girls, when we were in high school, had a crush on, who was actually really, really good at being professional about shutting them down and not letting them make advances on them by saying things like kiddo and squirt and sport and shit like that. Fucking, I'll just bleep it out because I don't even want to come up with it.
Just say what class, what teacher?
History.
Which history?
The history teacher with the Birkenstocks.
Oh.
He was very, looking back on it, I always thought that the language was weird, but now that I think about it, it's very well done, because obviously if you're a younger teacher and you're a male, or even if you're a younger teacher female, it's just with the majority of the guys instead of girls, but you have to be able to professionally shut that down without
making it awkward.
Making it awkward.
You don't want to make them never want to come to your class again.
Yeah. But also, if because it's not like it's inherently a bad thing to sort of crush on a teacher, because then you can kind of get some things in your head of where you want to be and what you're looking in for a person once you get out of that class and see it in other people. Mm-hmm. And you can kind of explore that without ever having it go to an actual I'm going to fuck this teacher.
Yeah. That's so junior year English, when we did our video project for Lord of the Flies.
Yep.
That was a joke we had going, was the only reason we got a 98 on that project was because we had hot shirtless dudes in it and our English teacher was into that.
Dude, I don't know. I don't think I ever really... I only had a few experiences ever where I was I want to fuck that teacher. But the few times that it wasn't really... I don't know. I feel like if I did, I feel like I would never...
I never really felt that in high school, because sophomore year English, that was the teacher everyone's that teacher's hot as fuck.
Yeah.
I was I mean, out of all the teachers here, yeah, she ranks pretty high, but I'm not dying to fuck her.
That was... You're talking about the one that in a lot of outside of the actual teaching stuff had a lot of the MILF factor going on. Yeah. I think a lot of the guys in our area kind of did not want to admit it, but had a thing for MILFs. Because I mean, to some people in
our area, yeah, I guess it was peak tier MILF, but overall MILF scale, I'd give her mid-tier MILF at most.
Yeah, because I don't think that because she was an attractive lady for even for her age.
Yeah.
And she wasn't even all that old either, and not to say that she was an older teacher, but she really, like, it wasn't really, like, I don't know, I could see it, but it was nothing that I would have been like, yeah, I wanna talk about that. It was like, no, it's just a teacher for the most part.
Yeah.
It's got some better looks. There was one teacher.
She wasn't gonna come out and hit you with the ara.
Yeah, no.
Ara.
Ara. Oh my god, fucking. I don't watch VTubers all that often. I've seen a few clips of things, but the fact that I've even clicked on one has now made it so I will go through and I'll see video, and then it's like, this person said ara. This person said something about not wearing their shoes. This person fucking had their character step on the camera, and it's like, okay, I'm trying to watch somebody play Tetris.
And 9 out of 10 of the ara clips are super chats asking for them.
Oh yeah, super chats asking, and then like, there was a lot of stuff where it was like they'd say something, and then people would take it out of context, or they would just start fucking hyping it up in the comments, and they're like, come on, let me move past this.
Yeah. There's also like a huge difference between like the corporate ones and the not so corporate ones.
Yeah.
Because like the corporate ones, they keep it like a little bit professional. Not even, I wouldn't say professional, but they keep it a little bit more clean.
Yeah, it's like PG-13.
Yeah. Maybe
some of the ones that are like not
maybe barely M-rated.
Yeah, barely.
But like the not corporate ones are just like balls to the wall, like full YouTuber.
Yeah, dude, that stuff's funny to me.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't know. The thing with the VTubers is like it's a fun little thing to watch, but people already have a hard enough time like figuring the difference between somebody's online persona and the fact that they are a person outside of it.
Yeah, people
that
will just treat them like they're anime characters.
Yeah, they blur the line so much fucking harder.
They're not anime characters.
They're not anime
people.
characters. They're people.
If you send them weird shit, they're still gonna think you're fucking weird.
Oh, doesn't Code Miko do stuff like without it now?
Yes, without the whole setup.
Yeah,
I've seen like videos on YouTube where it's like her actual person.
Yeah, it's kind of cool.
Yeah.
It is cool though to see that type of technology.
I will say, like in like HoloLive, when they do like even cooking streams, they're forced to wear gloves.
Yeah, they gotta wear gloves.
And like if their face gets out there, they're pretty much immediately graduated from the company.
They're having a sudden retirement. Oh man.
Well, that's because I think it was like the 5th generation of HoloLive Japan. There were 5 members, and then like almost like a lot of the people in HoloLive have had like previous online personas. And one of the members of Gen 5 was like immediately found out and like immediately doxxed and harassed and like had to like immediately leave HoloLive.
Oh yeah, I actually know what you're talking about, because there was somebody that did a collaboration that was like, that person, I don't know if they were with HoloLive, but that VTuber had a collab with another one, and then one person got doxxed, and now that VTuber kind of like blames herself for it, and she's like, I don't think that, like, I know that they want to have a collaboration, but I don't think the company will let them anymore. That stuff is like, that's a whole fucking can of worms I've never opened, but I always see the like different things posted everywhere, and I'm like, this is fucking surprisingly interesting for somebody just pretending to be an anime character to play a video game.
Yeah, and like it always gets me too, because like on YouTube, people will post like memes where like, so like there's one of the Japanese chicks, like she's just like a regular anime girl, but like the joke is everyone says she's a duck. And so everyone will be like, her real face, and then they'll post a video of like a duck. And so like I'll click on those videos, and more of that shit will get recommended to me. But I'm always afraid I'm gonna click on a video and it's just gonna be straight out doxing, and I'm gonna have to report that shit 'cause that's just not cool.
That's not cool, man. I was just thinking of something that. Do you think that like companies like HoloLive will become the next machinima?
Where everybody like leaves because they're being treated like
and they
it honestly depends on their adaptability.
Yeah.
If they stay like right now where they're at for the current scene, they're how things are there right now are pretty good. Like there's a few gripes, but from like just the perspective of somebody who views, I don't know how that working place is.
Yeah.
But from a viewer's perspective right now, in the current scene, they're doing pretty good. But I feel like if they refuse to change it all as the scene evolves, then yes, they'll become the next machinima. But if they can keep growing and changing along with the market and just the scene itself, I feel like they'll be fine. So it kind of depends.
Yeah, wasn't it like at the beginning, there was only like 5 games you could even play?
Yes, because I don't know if it's weird because like they'll like request specific permission to play it on stream, and I don't know if it's like just a standard they have or if they'd experienced copyrighted problems before, but they like can't play games until they get like express permission.
That's weird because I was wondering what the correlation with some of the games was because I figured Minecraft was going to be up there because Minecraft, a lot of people play Minecraft on YouTube and they don't get strike down, and also it's just like it's a safe game apart from like some people making some bad stuff. But Ring Fit Adventure was one that was kind of like it's a Nintendo game, and Nintendo already sets it up higher on the risk factor, but it's also like you have to do full. Not only do you have like the face tracking going on, but you also have to have the tracking from the Ring Fit thing. So I was wondering why that would be up there with.
Because after they play Ring Fit, especially if it's the first time they've played Ring Fit, there's always a suspicious sound compilation made. Yeah. But from like how I've heard that it works for like HoloLive is basically if one of the girls wants to play a game, they'll ask their manager, and like the manager will like work it out, and they'll either get the permission and then they play it, or they don't and they don't play it.
I mean, I guess that's pretty simple. I feel like when you start like streaming or doing anything, you have a lot of people start with one thing and then it's like, all right, I'll branch out with this, or I'll stick with this thing, and then I'll have whatever. But I feel like it's got to kind of suck off the get-go to be like, you can play 5 different video games. You have to ask for anything else. If you're really, really pumped to play something and you just get shot down, then it's like, oh, I want to play that game again. I want to play something new.
I mean, it probably sucked at first, but now they've got such a huge, or not huge, but they've got a pretty wide range of games they've already gotten permissions for. Because once they get permissions for it, like everyone in HoloLive can play it.
Oh, that's okay. That's cool then.
Yeah, and some are like better than other because like a lot of the Japanese girls were playing Monster Hunter Rise like. Pretty soon after it came out, so I assume they're getting pretty good at getting permissions for games these days.
Yeah, I would have to say that like because obviously the fandom has grown bigger for different channels for that stuff, and just in general it's all gotten up with it. So I was
gonna say one of the Japanese girls is like the 3rd biggest female streamer.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Who wasn't Alinity like 3 at one point?
Yeah, I like the new one came out. It was Valkyrae top,
okay.
Pokemon or Pokimane second, and this VTuber Pekora.
Oh, is that the one with the rabbit ears?
The bunny ears with the carrot in the hair.
Yeah.
The war criminal.
The war criminal. I didn't know about the war criminal part, but yeah, I did see a video of, I think it was this thing that was on my recommended. It looked like it was the beginning of a stream or something, and then it just turned into like her talking over this dude in like a bathroom or something, falling over. It was a really weird video. I'll have to pull that up later and show it to you. But
well, that's the thing. They 2B2T.
Yeah.
They did a massive project where they did like across like the map an obsidian like thing of her face.
Oh God.
And so like one of the other memes is she's got this like ridiculous laughter. So it was just like the words ha and like and in between each ha like an arrow in like each direction to like emphasize how weird her fucking laughter is. And that was just like across like a massive chunk of the map.
Oh man.
On there.
2B2T, that's the Chaos server.
Yeah, the Anarchy server.
Yeah, Anarchy server, not Chaos. Fucking. I remember for a little bit, was it Fit MC was getting super popular for talking about that. I watched a couple of those videos because it was interesting that there's so much history on a fucking a Minecraft server.
Yeah, especially once it's an old server.
Yeah,
I don't know
is
the
old.
exact date, but
it is cool though that they were able to update for the most part with some things, but it really does make like it is interesting to think about how they have like they've got all these mod packs that people use and shit like that to go fuck with each other and fight and got all that jazz going on. But then like no matter what the mod pack does, Mojang will come out with a new version that introduces something that completely fucking throws it out.
Sorry for the hard cut there. We were interrupted by women. We hate women. That's an official R.A.T.cast stance right there.
An official statement made by the Rat Nest.
We despise women.
Oh my God. We are an official incel friendly place. I can't even fucking like I can't even say that. How do you get like so far off the deep end that you hate women so much, but you're also like, I deserve a woman?
Honestly, I hate to say it, but it's probably from like shit like anime and stuff, where a lot of times the women just like
they just kind of like fall at your feet.
Yeah,
because like on the one hand you hate real women because you're such a fucking standoffish dude that they don't want to like it's not just women, but nobody wants to deal with you, but you interpret it as like women are stuck up cunts.
Yeah.
And then you watch something and you go, oh yeah, I'm just like that guy. He's cool. Yeah. I deserve to have women at my feet.
That's a real girl. She just does whatever he says.
Yeah, she just does whatever he says. God, I wish I was born in the 50s. Man, fucking incels. Fucking I wanna like just sit down and talk with one and try to have some sort of professional interview and see.
All right.
Like
incels, leave your applications for the interview in the comments below.
Incels, get into fights with the sugar mamas in the comments below, please.
But leave the D&D applicants alone.
Yeah, leave the D&D applicants alone.
We need at least one more party member.
Dude, what if we had is there a female version of incels?
I'm gonna assume there is. I don't know if they have a specific name.
Is it like one of those shitty things where they just put a W in front of it? Is like a wincel?
Well, I mean, incel isn't gender specific necessarily.
That's true.
Because it's just involuntarily celibate.
That's true. I guess I was kind of being presumptuous.
But no, knowing the internet, there's a decent chance there's a female version of it.
I'm gonna use handy dandy Google.com. Yeah, they just said female incels. Okay, so it's not. They don't have a word yet.
I think because I think there's MGTOW and I think there's also WGTOW. So it's just men going their own way and then women going their own way. Oh, that shit's whack.
Meet the women of the incel movement. I'm good.
No,
it's not a movement.
It's not a movement.
It's not a movement. Oh. It's not a movement.
Check out our sponsor, Movement Watches.
Movement Watches. Check out our other sponsor, r/lipstick grab. God damn. Why? Why? It's not a movement. It's not like... thinking that, like... Just waking up and going, yeah, a gender definitely owes their entire existence to me. That's not a political stance. That's just being wrong. I don't
get disliked bombed by the incels.
I know the incels are gonna come and they're gonna give me so much shit for saying that. It's like, listen, incels, I just gotta tell you, I have hugged a woman before, and I gotta say, it's very nice to get hugged by a woman. But I don't hug them and go, okay, you're my property now. You don't do that. No.
It's weird because there are some incels that are like, I'm pissed off because I expect a woman to like submit to me.
Yeah.
And then there are others that have just like given up on women altogether, and it's like, I'm just gonna shit on women and jerk off for the rest of my life.
That's how, like, I think that's how monks are born from. Like, that's like the evil version of monks are those types of incels. Because there's like, monks are like, for religious purposes, I am not going to be in relations with any women. And it's like, oh, you're doing that for your strong belief in a god. That's cool. Then on the other side, they're like, what are you doing it for? And they see this fucking neckbeard with his big jacket on. And he's like, I had a crush in elementary school and she said no to me and now I hate all women. It's like, oh, okay, so that's why you're not doing it. Oh my god. If I ever have a kid and they become an incel,
you gotta put them down.
You gotta put them down.
I just like to... This whole conversation started because we got interrupted.
Oh, fuck. Yep. And now we're talking about how people just be people.
Yeah, trying to bring it back a little bit. I can imagine there's quite a lot of incels that are fans of VTubers.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I wonder... Now, you hear stories of people that, like, see something inspirational and they completely change their life perspective. Do you think that there have ever been, like, incels that have watched a VTuber and go, I don't hate women anymore. I'm going to go out and speak to women again?
No, I feel like it's more like they see that and they become obsessed with that singular VTuber, and it's, I'm going to donate all my money to this VTuber in hopes that she'll talk to me.
What were they called? The Twitch streamers that just would, like... Oh, the bikini streamers? Is that what they were called?
Twitch Thoughts?
Well, there's Twitch Thoughts, but, like... There was something going on where people were just, like, doing streams from their hot tubs or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That's... I don't know. Like... I feel like if you're... Like, personally, I don't indulge in that stuff. But, like... If you can gyp the system like that, then I guess power to you.
Also, homie... If I own a motherfucking hot tub... You know goddamn well I'm gonna get in that whenever I have the chance to.
Oh, yeah.
If I can sit in my hot tub and make money,
yeah,
that's what I'm fucking doing, homie.
That's true. That's also true. Like, I don't know. I feel like people get, like, overly upset about that stuff, but, like, don't be upset at them. Be upset at the fucking crowds of people that are falling for it.
And, like, Like, homie, they're just getting their bag.
Yeah, they're just chasing that bag, dude. Like, you can only be angry to so much, like, to such an extent.
Because, like, everyone's like, they're doing less work. And it's like, I mean, not really, because, like, they still gotta get the nice bod.
Yeah, that's
And
true.
also, like, there's a billion bikini streamers out there. If you're a boring one, they'll go watch another one.
Yeah, and there's also, like, if you're just, you've got to, at that point, you might start losing competition to places like Chatterbait, where they, like, actually just stream in the nudie.
Yeah.
So, like, because you can only do so much on
I think
Twitch.
you can live stream on OnlyFans, too.
Oh, you can?
I think so.
Interesting. I've never indulged in OnlyFans, so I wouldn't know.
I follow a few free accounts because it's free.
Yeah, it's free. That's fair.
And, like, it's easy to, like, just click on, like, a link, and it doesn't even, like, leave Twitter. It opens, like, the web app in Twitter.
Oh, nice.
And so I'll just look at it there, because, I mean, free booty pics.
Yeah, free booty pics, man. That's just how it be sometimes.
Yeah.
Man, incels really are just missing out on a lot of good stuff by being dicks.
Yeah, I mean, hey, man, they'll just sit there and jerk off while we get the pussy.
Now, ultimate apex predator in this situation is an asexual incel. Absolutely just 100% dedication to the misogyny. Just hates...
I was gonna say, at that point, they're not an incel, they're just a misogynist.
Yeah, like, hates women so much that he's like, dude, not only do I hate them, but I also don't even get off to them. So, like, all I have is pure, like, vengefulness against them and just fucking rage. That is, like, that's scary. That's scary to think that could be a person in real life or multiple people. That's fucking terrifying.
That's why I hang out with pansexuals.
Yeah.
They...
Homies stay fucking pans.
Yeah.
Pans are hot as fuck. Like, especially when they're on the stove. I've touched a pan on the stove once. That, whoo! It was a little sizzly. That was, whoo!
You were
hot.
trying putting your dick in one.
Yeah, dude, I just fucking, like it was a nice little breakfast sausage. Just kind of plopped it on the pan.
I wasn't circumcised, but I am now.
I am now. Oh my god. Fucking...
Oh. We have to do our obligatory at least once an episode bring up Sean somehow.
Oh yeah. So, we haven't said anything particularly bad to get him, like, disgusted with us.
No, I'll make fun of him a little bit right now from when he was telling us to play Outriders, and he's like, "Yeah, get Outriders, it's free, homie." And I look it up on Steam, and it's $60, and I go, "Sean, it's $60." He's like, "Well, it's free on Game Pass," and I'm like, "Sean, homie, that's the point of Game Pass.
You have to pay for Game Pass." Oh, we love Sean.
Dude, Sean's the greatest.
Sean is the greatest. He says some fucking incredible things sometimes.
Listen. When Sean finally comes on the podcast, the whole episode is going to be a daily Sean quote of the day.
Oh, yeah. It's going to be so... And because by the time that he gets to be on here, we're going to have a few in our bag. We're going to have some experience.
Yeah,
But it's going to be a first-time thing for him, and I'm definitely looking forward to it. Oh, my God. It's going to be fucking incredible.
Oh, boy.
And... I think everybody at home will like it. Sean's a pretty entertaining guy.
Say that again.
We love Sean in this household.
Yeah.
In this recording studio / office / secret brothel.
Yeah, Carter will come on too.
Yes.
Maybe if I start wearing, like, vodka scented cologne, we can get Jeffrey in here.
You think that he's listened to every one of our podcasts and he just hates us because of it? Like,
this is only the second time we brought him up.
That's true. Yeah, maybe he just knows, like, his ears pop or something when when we talk about him.
I don't know. We'll find out. We'll see how that goes.
Well, that's just, are you cutting off the circulation to your finger right there?
Oh no, that was barely wrapped around my finger.
It looked purple from here.
No, it's normal healthy finger.
Oh no, healthy finger. That's a fucking incredible band name.
Healthy finger.
Yeah, is anybody taking that, you think?
Shit, guys, don't. That's our band. You can't take that name.
We are no longer the Rat's Nest. We are Healthy Finger.
Well, that's our music channel.
That's our music.
We have to get like 10 million subscribers so we can start making music.
Oh my god. You know who gotta have to collab with us? Fucking Corpse Husband.
Dude, I'd be down. Corpse hit us up.
Yeah, Corpse hit us up for
Put your application in the comments.
Put your application in the comments. That's like the fucking there's like an 8-year-old video where Mr. Beast just has like a comment or something, and it's on this YouTube channel. It's got like 30 subscribers or something like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I saw that the other day. It popped up in my recommended. It was that guy.
Yeah, because he said something. It was like something about a shout out, and then people were memeing for a little bit. And they're like, Mr. Beast should give him a shout out now.
Yeah, because it's like it's like Mr. Beast, when you get big and famous, remember to give me a shout out or something like that.
Yeah. What did Mr. Beast do in the past?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
I think it was like kind of like the videos that like blew him up were like him counting to like 100,000 and stuff like that.
Yeah. Huh.
I don't know what he did before that.
Because I know, like, anything that I can think of is all the stuff with, like, the money and the challenges and all that shit. But, like, I don't know what he did before. Like, I know, because PewDiePie is, like, the big example of somebody that got fucking huge because he was is he the biggest now?
The biggest, like, not a corporation content creator on YouTube, yeah. So,
because I remember watching his videos when I was young, like, really young.
Yeah.
But, like, I was able to see his content progress and change into different things over years, but Mr. Beast is big, but I never knew what he did before he had all the fucking money and stuff. And where is it? Just like stock market or something? Does anybody know how he has so much money?
I don't know. I think a lot of it was like before he like blew up, he did like challenges that didn't require like
a lot of money spent.
Like it required money, but it wasn't like the fuck ton of money that he spends now. And then he kind of blew up, and then like started using like literally the entirety of a sponsorship for videos. Like he like would not make like, because that's why he has his gaming channel and his other channels, because his main channel does not make him any profits.
That makes sense. I mean, it is interesting content to see. I haven't watched too many videos, but
I'll occasionally watch one.
Yeah, like there was I think I watched the one where he was buried alive for a little bit. Mm-hmm. That was an interesting thing to see. And then they had like the island.
The winner of the game wins the island.
Yeah. That was it. Like, it's interesting stuff in it.
I like the videos where they like get like $100,000 worth of scratch offs.
Yeah.
Those are fun to watch.
Fucking I just completely blanked on what I was gonna talk about. Gah. Shit. Well, that's great.
And that's the episode.
That's the episode, folks. We're all done. Sean, we love you. Fuck you. You're never coming on the podcast, except for when you do.
Jeffrey, come home. We miss you.
Carter, I'm sorry for that thing that I did the other day. I know that if you listen to this at an appropriate time, you will know exactly what I'm talking about. But if you don't listen to it at an appropriate time, you will have to ask me, and then I will laugh a lot while I tell you what I did again.
Sean, let's be real. Sean's the only one that watches these.
Yeah, Sean's just...
Carter probably watched like one episode.
I'm going to make sure that he watches this one so that he can hear me apologize for that. I mean, I'm not really, really sorry. I'm just, like, that bit sorry, like teeny little bit sorry, because it was funny as fuck still.
Yeah, I mean, I'm never sorry, but
Yeah, that's probably the best way to live life is just charge forward and never be sorry about
unless
it.
I like accidentally kill someone's child, I'm pretty much never gonna be sorry.
What if you accidentally kill their pet?
If it was like ran out in the road in front of me, that's not my fault, homie. If like I sat on it and it died, then maybe I'd be sorry.
What if you like? What if you sat on like their bird and it was like that fucking bird from Rio that no longer exists anymore?
Oh, and I just like caused extinction.
Yeah, you just caused extinction.
I mean, fucking. I started an OnlyFans and market myself with fucking an ass so big it'll wipe out your whole species.
This ass is deadly. Like dermatologists hate him. Oh fuck.
10 out of 10 people they prefer to die by being sat on by this ass.
This ass this ass has killed at least 20 people.
Dude, I am kind of dummy thick.
You got the dump truck.
Yeah, I've been doing squats too, so.
Yeah, dude. I used to have a little bit of a dumpy, but then I stopped working out for a while, so I have like normal portion or proportion sized things.
I've got a dumpy, I've got absolutely massive biceps.
Oh yeah, they could fucking crush open a soup can.
You know, pretty meaty calves, slightly below average dick.
Yeah. Fucking. Do you know that Arnold Schwarzenegger used to take pictures in like grass and stuff because he was self-conscious about his ankles?
No.
Because like obviously he worked almost every muscle out, his ankles were tiny.
You can't really do much.
You can't really do much about the ankles.
You could. Maybe there's some sort of like $1 billion surgery
you can
get on your ankles.
I feel like maybe they could get like slightly bigger by doing the fucking like the calf raises and shit, because you like the this movement, but
there's not.
It's bone.
It's bone and tendon.
Yeah.
And stuff like.
There's not much you can do, so it was kind of bizarre that was.
I mean, that's a lot of people that are bodybuilders and stuff like that do have, either they had it when they started or they develop very serious body image issues.
Yeah, because you get to a point where it's this fixation on perfection.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got to be a weird mental state to get into, and it's probably hard to get out of too, because you have like other things.
Thing. It's like all those competitions is you just going for people to judge your body.
Yeah, that can't feel too good.
Yeah.
You gotta have some confidence for that.
Even not bodybuilders, a lot of like just dudes who go to the gym get fucking body image issues, like they're never big enough.
Yeah.
And stuff like that.
I mean, and that's why I guess it's good for, like, because I'm working out to get, because I'm by no means perfect, like, I'm not exactly, like, I don't hate what I look like right now. I just want to look a little bit better.
Dude, if I had body image issues, literally, like, the last 10 years of my life would have been hell.
Oh, yeah.
I
mean, I definitely did when I was way younger, but like, at this point, I don't care as much anymore. It's just that I'm actively, like, I am going to work out and stuff. But a lot of the workout, too, is more so just, like, to have, like, more endurance to work hard at, like, my actual job and not be winded.
Mm-hmm. And then also, I want my arms to be huge, so when I get my tats, they look sick.
Yes. Fucking, did you see the video there's a guy that's, like, he's got an egg in, but like the crease of his pit, or not his pit, but like his elbow pit, and he fucking flexes and he cracks the egg and he goes, "I'm built different," and somebody fucking responded with this girl like put the egg in her ass cheeks or something and fucking snapped it, and she was like, "You ain't built different."
I've not seen that now.
Yeah, it was like, yeah, she just kind of like crushed it with her ass, and she was like, "It's not that hard to crush an egg." And then there was somebody that was literally like, think of like the skinniest part on my wrist. Their arms were like probably like this big around. Mm-hmm. They did the same thing that he did, and they fucking cracked the egg.
Yeah, literally anyone could do that.
It's that the egg is such a fucking shitty example. That's why you don't see the bringing it back to the monks. Those monks that will fucking crush cinder blocks with their fingers and stuff. You imagine a fucking cinder block. It's like, yeah, that's a big tough thing. An egg is not really known for being strong.
The only way you could make that somewhat impressive is if you brought out your protractor and your muscles were so huge that you like had to barely close your arm to crack it. And then maybe, just maybe, I would go, all right, slightly impressive.
Yeah.
Because like somebody with like twig arms would have to, they could go like the full 90 degrees arm shut thing.
Yeah, because it's just the flat surface of the thing getting crushed. It's not, eggshells are not all that particularly strong.
They're not supposed to be.
No.
Little baby bird's supposed to break out of those.
If little Johnny at the fucking grocery store throws your egg carton into the paper bag too hard, he'll fucking crack them. Like, it's not that difficult.
Yeah.
Oh man. Weren't we joking about ending the podcast? Like, when was that? How many minutes ago was that?
Like, I don't know, maybe like 7 minutes ago.
7 minutes. Time feels fucking weird, because, like, I feel like before we got cut off, I felt like it was an hour or so. I mean, it wasn't,
it was about 45 minutes.
40 minutes or so, but, like, I don't know. I thought that we were already super far in, but then I had, like, the last time, I was, like, surprised that we had gotten so far in, because it didn't feel like that long. It's weird how the fucking...
Yeah.
How it's been like that. Oh, Jesus, I gotta stretch. Oh, my God. I just yawned at the same time as the dog. I guess it was meant to be.
So, are we calling it here then?
Yeah, I mean, are we at an hour or so?
An hour and 12?
Yeah, I mean, well, might as well. I can stretch around and we'll do some uploading and editing and get it up for the viewers.
All right. This is the R.A.T.cast signing off.
Yeah.
Sean, suck my dick.